I'm often reminded.
Tontonteac is a mistranslation.
Cibola is in New Mexico.
Quivira is in Kansas.
While I respect all opinions and theories, I believe certain information may not have been fully understood or passed down between explorers and scholars. This gap may have led to miscalculations about where these legendary civilizations were located. For instance, earlier maps and writings suggest that Quivira might not be in Kansas, but on the western coast of the United States. One perspective comes from Alonso de Posada's 1686 report, which challenges modern interpretations. Many cosmographers confuse the kingdom of Teguayo with Gran Quivira. Gran Quivira is to the east, bordering the North Sea, Atlantic, while Teguayo is to the north, bordering the Sea of the West, Pacific. Friar Posada further describes Teguayo's location. Crossing the Sierras called Casa Fuerte, or Navajo, one reaches a large river, crossing lands of the Apache and Utah nations. Beyond this, 70 leagues northwest lies the land called Teguayo, which Mexican Indians by old tradition call Copala. This account highlights how unclear and often contradictory explorers' knowledge was, yet it raises tantalizing questions. Where exactly were these lands, and what might they have represented to those who described them? Welcome back to In Search of Tontonteac. In recent weeks, we've been on an extraordinary journey through Quivira, searching for answers from Siberia to the Sierra Nevada. We've explored the Tartars, connections to the lost tribes of Israel, and references to ancient ruins still waiting to be uncovered. Today, we'll continue unraveling these mysteries and piecing together clues to uncover the truth about Tontonteac and its place in history. During the journey to the South Sea, many ancient ruins, irrigation ditches like those at Azcapotzalco that were used anciently in Mexico, and heaps of refuse from ores they treated were found beyond the province of Moqui. When the Indians were asked who was responsible for these ruins, they replied that the traditions of their elders stated that many ages before, a great number of people had passed there, coming from Copala to settle in a new land to the south. These people had gone so far that it was never known what had become of them, nor if they still lived. These ruins, ditches, and ore dumps were also said to be found in Sonora, Sinaloa, and Culiacan, which was the route taken by the Mexican Indians when they entered that southern land. The Jamez Indians called these Mexican Indians, Guaguatu or Guaputa in their tongue, explained it this way about Teguayo. To go straight to the lake of Copala, a guide was not necessary. One must follow the river Chama, and past the tribe of the Navajo Apaches, there is a great river which flows to the lake, and that the river serves as a guide. And that there, all was plains with good grass and fields, and that in this area between the north and northwest, the land was fertile, good, and level, and that there are many nations, the province of Kwazula, the Kusutas, and further inland another nation is settled. Here we see more references to the Mexican Indians. In a letter to Fray Morphy on April 2, 1778, from Fray Silvestre Videz de Escalante stated, "It is nothing but the land by which the Tihuas, Tehuas, and the other Indians transmigrated to this kingdom, which is clearly shown by the ruins of the pueblos which I have seen in it, whose form was the same that they afterwards gave to theirs in New Mexico. And the fragments of clay and pottery which I also saw in the said country are much like that which the said Tehuas make today. To which is added the prevailing tradition with them, which proves the same, and that I have gone on foot more than 300 leagues in the said direction up to 41 degrees and 19 minutes latitude, and have found no information whatever among the Indians who today are occupying that country of others who live in pueblos." All of this, Posada's descriptions, indigenous accounts, and the 41 degree 19 latitude, seems to point toward the Great Salt Lake region as the heart of Teguayo. Could this legendary land be more than myth, its ruins and history waiting to be uncovered? Perhaps the answers lie in forgotten trade routes, lost migrations, or connections to Copala. If Quivira was further to the west near the Sierra Nevada mountain range, then it is quite possible that there was a kingdom in the Great Salt Lake region. What do you think?